Hey guys, it's Happy Vlogs here, and I'm starting my live a little early, but I am still waiting on my friend because he should be getting home from work. Sorry about that. He should be getting home from work soon, hopefully. He's on Discord. He hasn't messaged me yet saying he's home, so he might still be on the road. And if my hair looks a little damp, it's because I had gotten out of the shower about 4 minutes, or not 4 minutes ago. God, about a couple hours ago, 2 hours ago. You just got off a Discord. Just waiting on my friend. Just waiting on my friend. Okay, I told him I'm live. So, I think what I'm going to do is that. Oh, I don't even know what I'm going to do for the next, I don't know how many minutes. I mean, I could do something else for now until he gets on. I guess I could go on tier list. Oh, he's back on. Back on Discord. Oh, he's typing. Yay. Okay, it's going to take him a couple minutes because of bad weather. I'll do this another time. The tier master. Yay, you're here. I was just actually just getting ready to draw. So I was getting bored. I'm glad you made it home safe. Oh, yeah, that's not good. I'm glad you made it home safe, though. Yeah, I'm glad you made it home safe and didn't get in a wreck. I always worry when there's like bad weather over there and that you're driving. Yeah, I'm glad you made it home safe. That's a good thing. Now, I'll also figure out what type of hawk I caught. Oh, that's awesome that it was a Cooper's hawk. That's actually nice. Yeah, dark and foggy don't mix, especially when you're driving. Now that you're here, I can officially start. We're going to be reading chapter 6 today of the unofficial Harry Potter Companion in an in-depth exploration of Volume 1, Sorcerer's Stone. Yeah, definitely. We are on chapter 6 of this book. We're not even halfway yet. So we'll be reading this chapter today, and then I did set up a schedule for my lives on what days I am going to be going live. I'll be going live on Sundays, Tuesdays, and Fridays. But if something comes up, I'll like switch it around a little bit. I finally came up with a schedule for my lives, and I'm going to stick to it. I'm going to try to. Ugh. Yeah. Yeah, let's get right into it. Chapter 6, The Journey from Platform 9 3/4. Summary. After another miserable month with the Dursleys, Harry finds himself alone and unsure at King's Cross Station with the help of the Weasleys. He makes his way to Platform 9 3/4 and boards the Hogwarts Express. He meets his best friends Ron Weasley and Hermione Granger and gains a nemesis in Draco Malfoy and Vincent Crabbe and Gregory Goyle. Harry learns a lot about the wizarding world, from magical sweets to spells that don't turn rats yellow, and gets a taste of the scope of his fame. After a day of travel, the train reaches its destination. Hagrid takes the first-year students across the lake and the steps of Hogwarts. Every story based on the classic hero's journey has a moment where the hero steps from their ordinary world into the extraordinary world of the adventure. This chapter is that moment for Harry. We see his last moments in the abusive household of the Dursleys, who neglect him for his final month on Privet Drive before leaving him alone at a crowded train station. For a few moments, Harry despairs, but he shows a sense of determination as he attempts to make his way to Platform 9 3/4. His keen observation skills lead him to instinctively know he shouldn't say certain things to the Muggles. He asks for assistance and also lead him to find the Weasley family. Soon enough, the ordinary world doesn't seem to affect Harry as much now that he has something to look forward to. As is stated later in the chapter, he didn't know what he was going to, but it had to be better than what he was leaving behind. Harry's new world is waiting for him at King's Cross Station. He must cross a literal barrier before he can access it. And from the moment Harry crosses the brick boundary into the magical world, he discovers just how different it is from its Muggle counterpart. The author establishes the whimsy and delight of this new society with small details that juxtapose what Harry is used to, like its various types of sweets, a giant tarantula in a box, and the happy hustle and bustle filling the space as Hogwarts students board the train. The tone shifts here, blossoming into the wonder that permeates the rest of the book. For once, Harry feels more in control of his life. He can sit where he pleases with whomever he pleases, eat whatever sweets he likes, and ask questions that people will readily answer. It's a scene that harkens to an adventure and illustrates a whole different world that the one readers have come to know. In fact, it's a scene many readers would love to put themselves in. The significance of this crossing of the boundary will become clear much later on when it is echoed in the epilogue of this series. Harry begins and ends his magical journey at the train station. His experiences in between will change him before he sends his own son off to Hogwarts for the first time. Most notably, the change from the Muggle world to the Wizarding world that is most difficult for Harry to grapple with is the fame that surrounds him. The first to bring it up are the Weasley twins, but in their characteristic way, they don't make too big of a deal out of it, though they have some interesting and slightly dark questions which their mother forbids them to ask. Though Harry has had some experience with people in awe to meet him, he's alone now, must handle all of this on his own. He's often uncomfortable, especially when Hermione rattles off the books he is in. He hasn't sought out anything about his background beyond what Hagrid has told him because he is satisfied to accept that story from someone who knew his parents. Upon hearing that he is a my stupid lisp. Historical figure in the Wizarding world, and there are rumors spreading about him on the train. Harry is disquieted. His modesty reflects his character. He doesn't want to be famous, and he'll never revel in it. The only case where he isn't made uncomfortable by mention of his story is with Ron. Here he finds he's just as fascinated with Ron as his soon-to-be best friend is with him. They fall into an easy comfort with each other. Harry is eager for a friend to share his new experience and his sweets with. And Ron is interested in learning about the boy behind the legend firsthand. While Hagrid helped jumpstart Harry's journey, Ron is Harry's first true guide into this new wizarding world. As a peer, he teaches Harry the norms and expectations that Harry does not yet recognize or foresee. This key moment is a forerunner to just how important Ron will be to Harry and his journey. However, it also has the first blushes of the jealousy on both sides. Harry envies Ron's happy family, and Ron envies Harry's celebrity that will threaten to tear them apart as they grow older. Harry encounters a plethora of new characters that inhabit this magical world and will become critical to his journey there. The first to be introduced are the Weasleys. We the readers get a second understanding of some of the members of the family in this short introduction. Molly, the matriarch of the family, is firm and a bit direct, but kind and lovingly worried. Percy is pompous, proud of his prefect status and the benefits that come with it, and endlessly teased by his brothers. Fred and George play jokes and often get in trouble, but they are helpful and friendly. Ginny, the only girl among the siblings and the youngest Weasley child, is eager and knowledgeable. Ron wants to stand out among his brothers and not be babied, and he's incredulous that Harry doesn't know things he himself takes for granted. These first impressions give us and Harry a favorable view of these characters, giving us cause to trust and follow them. We also briefly meet Harry's other future best friend, Hermione Granger, whose interactions reveal her intelligence, attention to detail, and eagerness to be informed. This moment also serves to show us Hermione's tendency to give unsolicited advice. Neville Longbottom, too, is introduced specifically with his grandmother and then searching for his toad, a point that Ron and later others will make fun of. But Neville will show persistence and loyalty in searching for the elusive amphibian characteristics that will transform him into a hero. Draco Malfoy is also more properly introduced, accompanied by his cronies, Crabbe and Goyle. As he seeks out Harry after hearing about him on the train, Draco attempts to befriend Harry, but his sneering contempt for Ron, who has been kind, turns Harry against him further, and the schoolboy animosity between Harry and Draco begins in earnest. These character introductions set up the new world Harry will live in, one full of friends and enemies and allies and opponents and new challenges. Now to go back. First mentions are Hedwig, Molly Weasley, Ginny Weasley, Percy Weasley, Fred Weasley, George Weasley, Ron Weasley, Neville Longbottom, Augusta Longbottom, Lee Jordan, Bill Weasley, Charlie Weasley, Scabbers, a.k.a. Peter Pettigrew, Trolley Witch, Bertie Bott, Gellert Grindelwald, and Nicholas Flamel. Timeline: August 1st to August 31st. August. Harry stays in his room to avoid the Dursleys, who actively avoid him. Accompanied by his new owl Hedwig, every night Harry reads his new school books while Hedwig hunts. Harry crosses off each day on his calendar until September 1st. August 31st. Harry asks Uncle Ron, oh my god. Oh, my brain is all jumbled. Uncle Vernon, for a ride to King's Cross the next day. And those are the 2 pages. Figured I'd show off the pages as I read. First mentions continued is Trevor, Hermione Granger, Arthur Weasley, Gregory Goyle, Vincent Crabbe, and Lucius Malfoy. Meanwhile, elsewhere, over the summer, Percy Weasley receives his prefect badge. Timeline: September 1st. September 1st, 5 a.m. Harry wakes up and is too excited and nervous to go back to sleep. 7 a.m. Harry and the Dursleys start for King's Cross. 10:30 a.m. Harry and the Dursleys arrive at King's Cross. Vernon helps Harry take his trunk to the station, then they leave him there. About 10:50 a.m. Panicking because he can't find the platform, Harry overhears Mrs. Weasley and her children. The Weasleys and Harry make their way onto platform 9 3/4. 11 a.m. The Hogwarts Express leaves the platform for its journey to Hogwarts. Ron asks to sit in the same compartment as Harry. 12:30 p.m. The Trolley Witch arrives. Harry buys some of everything, and he and Ron share the treats. Sunset. The train is nearing Hogwarts. Harry and Ron change into their robes from Muggle clothes. Night. The train reaches Hogwarts. Hagrid leads the first-year students to the boat, and they cross the lake to reach the school. Fandom. 5972, the number that appears on the front of the Hogwarts Express in the films, is one of the only pieces of film canon that has been universally accepted into book canon. Ring theory. Hermione shows her dedication to her studies in both chapters 6 and 13, with mentions of the numerous books she read prior to arriving at Hogwarts for background reading, and the massive old books she checked out of the library for light reading. Did you know, unfortunately for him, Dudley had his pigtail for the entire month of August. During an online interview with Scholastic in October 2000, readers discovered the Dursleys took Dudley to a private hospital where the staff was very discreet and claimed a wart got out of control in order to have it removed. Beyond the books. Just after just after the Statute of Secrecy was implemented in 1692, a system of portkeys was set up in order to get students to Hogwarts. When that failed, many students missed their rides or became sick from the journey. The Minister of Magic at the time, Odeline Gamble, suggested the use of a train. No one alive today knows exactly where the train came from, but it involved a mass operation involving 167 memory charms and the largest ever mass concealment charm performed in Britain. From the podcast, Meg. Is every wizard a secret keeper for the 9 3/4 platform? Noah. Oh yeah, what if it's a variation of the Fidelius charm? Cat. And their ticket tells them where it is. That's episode 2. Meanwhile, elsewhere, Dumbledore is in possession of the Sorcerer's Stone and is attempting to find a way to more permanently conceal it. Beyond the books. Draco makes a point of introducing himself to Harry on the Hogwarts Express, in part due to a rumor among some wizards about Harry's perceived power. In order to come to terms with the fact that the Dark Lord had fallen, many Death Eaters and sympathizers believed Harry must be the next great Dark Wizard. They and Draco were obviously very mistaken. Magical theory. We get our first look at wizarding photographs in this chapter by way of the chocolate frog cards. Where does the likeness of each witch or wizard go when they leave their card? Are all of the cards in the world connected, just like wizarding portraits, or does the wizard simply disappear for a short time? So that was a bit of a short stream today. On Sunday, I will be getting into Chapter 7, The Sorting Hat. So we'll be getting into Chapter 7 on Sunday night. If you work Sunday, you work until 8 and get home at 8:30, right? Because you work Sunday? Okay, you'll be home by 8:30. Okay. Awesome. I'm glad I now have a schedule for my freaking live streams. Because I hated not having a set schedule for my lives, because at one point I just completely forgot about live streams at one point. Yeah, I am very glad that I set up a schedule. And I know my hair looks a little wet, but that's because I got out of the shower like about almost 3 hours ago. And I had a hair wash, so my hair is like a little damp still. Because my hair was greasy. But yeah, that was a little bit of a short stream today. Alright, well, I will let you go take your shower, and I know you're probably hungry and you want to eat as well. So I will let you go do that. And I will see you on the next stream. So I will see you Sunday night at 8:30. That's right. Tomorrow's daylight savings time. I hate daylight savings time. Spring forward, fall back. We lose an hour of sleep this time. Oh, I hate this. But yeah, sleep well, get a shower, eat, and I will see you Sunday night. Yeah, that sucks. Cause I work Sunday as well, so that freaking sucks. All right, I will see you Sunday night for the stream. Go eat, go take a shower. So later.